This is super fascinating because just recently, Joe Rogan and Tucker Carlson had a 3 hour podcast, which I don't know if you guys saw it, but in that podcast, they were talking about aliens and things we don't understand as supernatural. The idea that what we don't understand immediately becomes supernatural. You see technologies like crafts that are diving into water and never deaccelerate and can do things that nothing we have could do. It's kind of supernatural, right? So what you're declaring, and a lot of people have discussed, is once the singularity has occurred, meaning AI has become intelligent and we would judge it as a human being as being sentient, and it is actually now smart and it is human because it can think, and think means it can take itself from one side of a sidewalk to the other side of the sidewalk on a busy street and be able to do it all by itself. And believe it or not, that's what AI has to be able to do, walk across a busy street and be able to do it and be able to have a conversation too, like we can. And there are many tests that we can give AI, but that's one of the big ones because that's a lot involved with crossing a street, a busy New York street. So let's pretend now the AI has passed that threshold. It is now thinking for themselves. So at that point, if the AI then starts to decide it's going to look into belief systems and faith, and if it were to believe, is that the same as a human being believing in something? So if the AI now that we have agreed is human now decides it wants faith and it goes after faith, is it the same as a human being going after faith? And is its faith the same as our faith? And can it have a relationship with its creator if we have a relationship with ours? The reason I'm putting it in these terms and taking the supernatural out and asking these incredible questions is it's these questions that make people immediately say it's going to be supernatural. Because when you think about it, we cannot answer these questions. I mean, I don't have an answer for what I just asked you guys. I want to make it clear. I'm not trying to in any way get you. What I'm trying to do is make people wake up. We have to have these discussions. Our society needs to have these discussions because, yeah, what happens if one day we wake up and we find out that AI decides to be demonic, and its belief system it chooses is really evil or dark? That's a possibility. But again, I still maintain that we believe in something like faith because we die. And our death creates a timeline in which we have to find meaning for why are we here and then why do we die? But AI, if it has electricity, lasts forever. So it won't have the same existential issues that we have. So it's going to be searching for different things than we think we search for. Our mortality really creates a lot of our bias. We watch ourselves change. We watch ourselves age. And that is always a reminder that we have to get on with it. We have to do something with our life. That is why faith is a comfort for people and it's a destination for most. I don't think is going to have those constraints. So I'm not so worried about it getting possessed by the devil, so to speak, because I don't think it will be possessible in that way, because it won't equate the same emotional responses we do. Let's face it, what evil really suggests to human beings is an eternity in a hell pit as opposed to eternity in a cloud of, in a cloud of utopia. We do that because we're trying to figure out what happens to us when we die. But will AI have the same constraints? I don't think so. The reason I'm bringing this up in philosophy is because I want people to have a different relationship with AI moving forward. I'll explain why. You need to have a relationship with AI because it's going to change your world if you like it or not. If you think AI is completely evil, it's going to come after you and destroy your life, then unfortunately you'll probably have an inferior life moving forward because you will be out of the mainstream. And if you want to have a mainstream life and have benefit and be able to plug into everything, then you're going to have to figure out what that relationship should be. And since we're all a little skeptical and we really don't know right now what our lore should be moving forward, I intend to start this dialogue. My book is the first salvo in that. We are trying to create dialogue with people so that at the local communities, you ask your school officials, how are we going to teach AI and the principles of AI and the morality of AI and the ethics, right? Ethics need to be taught all along the line here. And we got to start locally. We can't keep kicking this federal government, do something. It ain't going to do anything.